Welcome into the 2018 SCAC Fall Media Days. It's day one, and we're going to take a look at the Austin College men's soccer program. The Roos finished last season with an 8-7-5 record, 6-5-3 in SCAC play, 21 points, good enough for fourth place in the regular season. Let's go ahead and welcome in head coach Mark Hudson and senior goalkeeper Joseph Khalaf. And guys, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Russell. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Coach, I'll start with you now, entering your 12th season as the head coach there at Austin College. What is the importance of preseason camp in terms of, for you, establishing that identity for a season, especially with 11 freshmen coming into the program and kind of getting them adapted to what is expected to be a RU and on that men's soccer program there?
Yeah, well, it's just what you said, kind of bringing in the new guys and trying to incorporate them into the returners and figure out our personality as a group. We are bringing in 11 new faces. We graduated 8 guys last year that really were kind of a dominant personalities within our team, and figuring out who we are and what we're going to be this year and what that means moving forward.
Joe, in your senior season, you're coming off an outstanding junior campaign in which you earned first team all SCAC honors. How much did that springboard you into your off season? What was this summer like for you in terms of your training, your preparation heading into your final camp there at Austin College?
It was all about intentionality and not taking for granted any rep, any day that I have left, because as any other senior on our team will attest, these 3 years so far have gone by fast, and we know once we get into things going into the fall, days run out, and it's just being intentional, enjoying every moment, not taking anything for granted.
Coach, you're coming off back-to-back winning seasons for the first time since you've been there at Austin College. The momentum is continuing to build. For you, what is key to continuing to make that next step? What are you kind of looking for from this team heading into 2018?
Well, it's just about being together as a group. Our chemistry is very intentional, and our mindset and our philosophy of how we want to play is very intentional, but it's also very free, and allow them to express themselves as young men, off the field, and certainly off the field, on the field plays a big part. So, maybe we have a little bit of momentum from the past couple years, but I think that just the mindset of who we are and how we want to go about our business has been established, and we'll go see. The SCAC is tough. We know every game's going to be going to be tough to try and go get, and we're just going to go out there and do the best we can.
Joe, for you as a senior, coming into your final camp, is there a different mindset for you, knowing that you're maybe asked to shoulder a little bit more of that leadership role, especially with 11 freshmen coming in, coach talking about establishing sort of that identity, that mindset? How do you embark on that journey as a senior leader with this team?
Yeah, leadership here is everybody does their part, and we have different players that lead in different ways, but we also ask the sophomores from last year to lead, the juniors to lead. We ask the freshmen to lead. Everything that we do is as a team, and it's communal, and everybody plays their different part in that, but together it's all about being one in that leadership, and not one person is going to dominate that.
Joe, sticking with you, I talked about your outstanding junior season. Last year you averaged nearly 6 saves a game. You collected 108 on the season, most in the SCAC, first team all-conference honors, as I mentioned. Take me through, as a goalkeeper, your mentality back there. It's a tough job to have, being sort of the last line of defense. I know you defend as an 11 and you attack as 11. I get that. But as a goalie, there's still a little bit different mindset. What's it like, being back there between the pipes and being on this Roos team in goal?
It's all about having that focus for 90 minutes, sometimes 90 plus. As a keeper, I'll say this, you can't take a single second off, because that's all it takes to get a goal that changes the entire complexion of a game, entire complexion of a season. So it's all about having that focus every single second, and that comes with how we practice right now in our coming into our second day of training.
Coach, having Joe back there, I would imagine, gives you a ton of confidence in terms of where this defense is at least at the starting point in this camp. Looking on the offensive side of the field, Obviously, you talked about those 8 players you lose from last year, Thomas Quick being one of them, a guy who had 11 goals, 5 assists for this team. Certainly someone that you're going to try and need to not replace, but find someone to step up and fill that role offensively in that third. What will be key for this team to continue to try and produce that creativity in that offensive third of the field?
Well, I think certainly, it's going to be tough to fill somebody like Tommy Quick's shoes. I mean, 11 goals, that's a heck of a season. So what we've got to do is figure out what's going to work for this group and how we want to attack, where those goals might come from. Certainly guys that we have that have scored goals before and scored in bunches, and we just got to kind of figure out, what that means for this group going forward, and then see who that next man up is, whether it's a junior or a freshman, and find that role and who really fits into the mentality of this team. So, it's very early in the season, in the preseason, so we have a long way to go. 2 weeks before we open up. So hopefully we'll kind of get a good idea over the next 2 weeks and put ourselves in a position to open the season the right way.
Joe, for you, as you look ahead to this 2018 year with the men's soccer team, what are some of the goals that you think are going to be set for this group heading into the season?
First off, we want to progress from day to day, practice to practice. That starts now. But then, obviously, we want to put ourselves in a position to compete for a conference championship, just as every other team in the conference does so. But it starts with practice. It starts with progressing every day.
And finally, Coach, when fans, family, everybody comes out to support your team this season, what can they expect to see? What do you hope, is the identity of this group heading into the 2018 season, something that, you can kind of count on, or the fans can count on, that support this team, that they're going to see day in and day out from this men's program?
Well, I think I can count on it, but I can tell you that if we're being successful, we're having a lot of fun. And playing free and just with each other. But this group, the personalities that we have, the skill set that we have, that if we're having fun, we're going to be pretty tough, and I think we're going to be fun to watch as well. So hopefully that's what they see and they enjoy watching the game, because if they enjoy it, I know we're playing well and my kids are having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Austin College men's soccer program, the Roos, led by head coach Mark Hudson and senior goalkeeper Joe Khalaf, opened the 2018 season August 31st against McMurray. Guys, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you get through the rest of camp and into the start of the 2018 season.
Thanks, Russell. We appreciate it.